time for the next part of Disco Elysium. There was an update today as I launched the game, and I checked. I didn't see any patch notes, but it looks like the official soundtrack is available now. So I'm going to definitely check that out later. I don't feel like I've heard a lot of the soundtrack yet, but what I have heard I have really enjoyed. And much like East Shade, I just thought it was so good that I had to check it out and buy it. So I'll see what's up with that later, but I'm just going to pick up where we left off. Seems like I spent most of the time talking to the corporate negotiator down at the dock, and I don't think I could get into here before. Hey, up here, Piggo. Southwest entrance to the tenements. A sturdy metal door goes to the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. Give it a knock. Door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. Knock it again. Door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Who am I speaking to?
It don't matter who I am. Now, go on, get out of here.
It's the police, though.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished. Backyard door? There must be another entrance to the east. Kim, tell him we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
The lieutenant repeats dutifully. There is no reply, just faint sweeping sounds inside. Alright. So let's walk east, I suppose. Pretty sure I got into there. Did not. Yeah, the soundtrack was done by a band called British Sea Power, which I've never listened to before, so I have no idea if they're famous or not, but I do really like it. The balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. That smoker up there could be a witness. Talk to him. Can I talk to him from here? Aha! You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already in trouble.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice.
He says sotto voce.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's good to know how to pronounce that, I guess. I've never known how to pronounce that before. Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing. Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asks you, adjusting his shirt. Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
What's your name? My name? My name is Martin Marnet. That's definitely not his real name. You're not actually called Martin Marnet, are you? No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? He scans the courtyard. It's silent like the bottom of a well, every sound captured and reflected back. So it looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging? I'd even go so far as to say that view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Gendarme? Do you have any estimate of when the body will be taken away? We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday? Oh, he waves lazily with his cigarette. You already asked me that, didn't you? Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching? Did you? No, not you two. He gestures idly. Some more muscular type. The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down. And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman? Last week? I don't know. Look. He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead house plants litter the scene. He's an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word? You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday? He sighs. I had a friend over. What kind of friend? It was my Sunday friend. What's your friend's real name? Did he see something? He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring windows stand silent. Alright. Seems like those are my only options. No, we won't. He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going. Convince him to stay. Hey, success. This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains. Hey, listen. Lower your voice. I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else? For a moment, the man in the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes, compassion and a hint of understanding. When he speaks again, his voice is soft and deliberate. I'm sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for. With a flick of his wrist, he sends the cigarette butt sailing over the rail. But, hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign. Good luck with the investigation. He walks away. Where's my coffee? Okay. He's gone. The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him, see where he went. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. So we just give up? He could be a witness, him or his friend, his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign, did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to the stone right over there. The lieutenant nods toward a small rock on the soggy patch of grass. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment. Great. Let's do that. Alright. Right there. Stone. A stone like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it. Turn it over. There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt. This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any one of them. How are we going to find the right one? Just knock on everyone. I'll just have to go in and see. Put the stone back. I'm pretty sure I've already looked through all this stuff, but I don't think I had the bag before. So I'll make sure there's any other bottles and stuff lying around, which there's not. Cool. Put points into volition. My morale's pretty good, it's just my health that sucks. And actually, let's look at the journal. We met a mysterious stranger smoking in the balcony of the apartment building north of Martinez. He knows something about the murder. Find out where he lives and question him again. Alright. What was the other thing? The thought cabinet. Got a little over 2 hours until that. Wait, did you just stop it? Don't do that, please. Alright. So that's almost done. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. Flip up glasses, the auditor, +1 to logic, -1 to authority. I also got a hat earlier too. +1 to logic. My authority already kind of sucks, but I don't know if I care. +1 to logic. Eh. What do they look like? What's this one do? +1 to reaction speed, but -1 to rhetoric. Let's see how it looks. Oh yeah. Just even more ridiculous. What's my reaction speed like normally? It's already very crap, and I'm just gonna take the hat off. Like, reaction speed's already very garbage. And let's see. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. Apartment number 12. A loud, rumbling snore comes from within. Oh. The shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Hey, there we go. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. Fun. Open the door. This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk drawn number on the board says number 11. Examine the padlock. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Interfacing. Easy. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. Well, let's try knocking first. So, I guess we can just break in. Ooh, wow. Oh, the tool has to be in my hand. Yeah, let's leave first. Okay, that's better. It's not 3%, so let's try it. Damn. What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of a lock with chain cutters, and it's really not working. I believe it's the shackle you meant to cut, Detective. The lieutenant points to the corroded loop with a gloved finger. I lost morale for that. I lost morale for being too dumb. Makes sense, I guess. He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax. Don't you think that's what I'm trying to do? Perhaps you should give it another go. Kim pointed out the shackle, so I have a little better chance to do this. Hey, there we go. The shackle snaps like a twig and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now. After you, Detective. Just break into this house. A flamboyant poster of a white star, real lithography. Bust of Kras Mazov. No, it's that guy. A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kras Mazov. Honestly, he does kind of look like you after all. Alright. Kim, you have to admit, this Kras Mazov bears a striking resemblance to me. Hold on a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Kras Mazov? No, I just broke in because it's a random door that was locked. I'm not saying that I am Kras Mazov, I'm just saying that we look alike. I like this answer better. I have to consider and investigate all possibilities. Except that Kras Mazov is dead. He's been dead for 50 years now. Just humor me for a moment. Don't you see the resemblance? Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns, but it seems like an old Kras here didn't drink nearly as much as you. Maybe this bust shows him before he started drinking. Or I could admit my alcohol problem. How do you know? The bust is probably just a romanticized depiction anyway. Why not? Let's just admit it. You do, but that's not the point. The point is, he doesn't look like you. Maybe the bust just shows him before he started drinking. Very well. The lieutenant leans closer to the sculpture. Let's look for identifying features then. He puts a finger on a pale dot embellishing the bust cheekbone. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you? I can't see my face. I never actually looked in that mirror. So how would I know what I look like? Or who I look like? Huh. Oh, alright. But here's the big thing. Kras Mazov looks Samaran, and you don't. I don't know what Samara is. I could just say I'm part Samaran myself, but I have no idea what that means. The lieutenant closes his eyes. Okay, you win. Be Kras Mazov then. I don't care. He opens his eyes again, tilting his head in a quiet wonder. Why are you so hellbent on proving that you're Kras Mazov anyway? Wow. Trusting my feelings sounds like a Inland Empire type thing to say, but it is because I'm a communard, though. Oh, I gained another thought. Alright, Kras, you fought in the revolution and everything, Lieutenant notes. If you say so. Salute the hero of the working class. Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm. He leans closer to inspect the photos of revolutionaries on the wall. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems. But why is it here? The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. He looks around before mumbling to himself. How fitting. Fitting of what? What do you mean? Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Hey, a bullet. Sarah Marisian lounge jacket? Sarah Marisian. Samar? Wait. White tank top gives me +1 to physical instrument. White satin shirt. -1 suggestion, but better conceptualization. Might as well lean into my strengths and just forget the physical instrument thing. So I'll put on a better shirt. And this is a flat bonus conceptualization. Disco-ass blazer gives me more esprit de corps. So it gives me more of that, like, cop information. Those kind of flashbacks to what the police are doing. I think it also makes me better friends with Kim. Kim seems pretty cool. I don't know. But conceptualization also sounds like it gives me fun. It's given me pretty fun results so far. Where do I put that? And of course, I still have ridiculous gloves on. Suicide of Kras Mazov. Temporary research bonus, -1 rhetoric, bad PR. It takes about almost 5 hours to research. There's something you can't get out of your head. Kras Mazov, the father of scientific communism, the premier of the Communist Party of Shest and Grad during the anti-centennial revolution, head of the 11-day government, sideburn-toting, bearded figurehead of the movement, shot himself in the mouth and died one day in his cabinet as things were collapsing around him. Just gave up. That's not good propaganda, is it? Be a communist, shoot yourself in the mouth? Something about this irks you. So I think that's everything in that room. Talk to that old lady sweeping. Door number 9 is locked. Postcard, Boogie Street 46. This crumpled up postcard depicts an open-air market in the Boogie Street 5 years ago. A vendor smiles as dead roosters line stalls, hung by their feet from canopy. Red blood flows onto the muddy street. Blurry shadows of people pass. Can I look at that more? I cannot. You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side. Knock it again. This time the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, wary and tense. This is the police, open up. Do I have to open the door? You hear the clacking of heels again, as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge. Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant. Let's go, the lieutenant says. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment. It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason. Just shut up, logic. Don't tell me that. The reason to get into the door is because it's locked. Let's talk to the old lady.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks. You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Now, what you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan in the residence. Looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony. Yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right? He looks at the other end of the hallway. What's he in trouble for? Do you know where he lives? Talk! The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath. What was so funny about that? He lives upstairs in room number 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. She points east. He's usually home in the evening. Thank you. He turns to you. We should go check out this apartment on the balcony, see if he's home. Let's learn more about the apartments, why not? Ask away, policeman. Who lives in apartment 10? No one lives there. It's been empty for months. But I talked to someone through the door. Impossible, the cleaning lady says, shaking her head. I would know if someone had moved in there. She pauses, eyeing the hallway. Maybe it's those counterculture people again, breaking into our house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you? Sure, why not? Great. Young people, they're Young people, they're worse than rats, you know. Always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans. With trinkets. Who's in the padlocked door? Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar. Suddenly the old lady's face is beaming. I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study. Astrology? Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall. Are you sure you don't mean astronomy? That's what I said, astrology. The lieutenant shakes his head as though to say let it go. Come on, people. Try to keep up any standards here. It's not about stars, it's... forget it. That's all, thanks. She mumbles some kind of response, then hacks something into her handkerchief. And who are you? I'm no one, just an old woman who cleans these hallways. Do you live here? If you can call it a living. She spits on the floor before wiping it off with a broom. I have a little room upstairs, right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet, but I don't complain, no. She juts out her chin, eyes shining. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company, and that's all I need from this world. She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty. I mean, I do that too, but it's because I'm bad at speaking. Thanks, I'm off. The graffito says, a firing squad for the rich. Barman 8. Her mailbox is overflowing. Can't look at the mailbox. A note reads, foreclosed by Martinet Realty Associates. Oh yeah, this guy. Or this woman. I forget which.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue d'Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth? Blood type? The last time I was tested for Hep C?
Just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive.
And here I was, trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
Despite the sash, she puts the brush aside. A brush. An artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism? Keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? Oh, it's snowing now. She turns her head to face the coast and nods disdainfully toward Joyce performing maintenance on her boat. Hatred? Disgust? It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring. She hisses. That ozone whore. Someone's got to keep an eye on her. Ozone is an archipelago 2 days travel away from Revachol. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinet. You mean Joyce? On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world. What's a zone? It's where they grow whores like her and their whore men. Why all the negativity? She gave me $70. Come on. Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor? What are you doing to the wall? Can't you tell? Stop snowing. I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aerograffito visible from low over it. She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. So you don't know what to write. Have you ever tried your hand at graffito? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs around here though, just Union Cads, and my name's not Mona, so she wants it to be something true and total. You want to hear my opinion? I actually don't have an opinion. I lied, because I'm a dick. I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval. She means the opposite. You've lessened her desire to face the building. Success? So what do you know about the murder? She wrinkles her nose. I ain't no snitch, Pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts. Actually, there's a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner. We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko. Alright, catch you later, Cindy. Watch your back, ungulate. We've got eyes on you. Fun. Cool. That's pretty cool, actually. The red skull. Nice. Above, tarps flap in the wind. Forgotten hammers and nails rust. The lock is rusty. You can't get in. It's too bad. Let me just re-equip the bag. I have a bag in one hand. Lock cutters in the other. So this is the coal room, it looks like. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Whoops. Cindy? Enough coal to last for several winters, smells of chemicals. Poor La Home laborer genes. +1 to electrochemistry, -1 to reaction speed. This is also +1 to electrochemistry, -1 to savoir-faire. What do I want better? That one's already terrible. Sneak under their noses, stun with immense panache. Quickest to react. I mean, they're both terrible, so it doesn't matter. And then electrochemistry. Go to the party planet. Love and be loved by drugs. Yeah, I'll take a cool pair of jeans, I guess. Why not? Could it be the counterculture people? Interfacing. The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something soft, yet crinkly. Take them out. Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have the time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Encyclopedia. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty? Suzerainty? The apricot suzerain... Oh man. The apricot suzerainty. And processed in sur la clef into the apricot-flavored chewing gum loved by kids of today. And yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers. That's a good chunk of money. I mean, all I'm doing is talking to strangers and exploring. That's what cops should do, I guess. I don't know. Hell yeah. More plastic.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours? Oh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. It's not the nicest place, but I guess I'll have to do. It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. She looks at the paint dripping down the wall. Like me, right now. I'm doing nothing at all. The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now. You're a miner. Yes, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens. Don't you have a real home? Does anyone in a city like this? She replies wistfully, looking around. If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it. Cool, I have other questions. Actually, no I don't. Catch you later. You can sleep after 2100. Sleeping heals all your health and morale. Oh, that's probably a good idea then. It is currently almost, no, it's almost 2000. Alright. Broken window. Waves crashing in the darkness. What is the deal with this thing? This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here? Excuse me? Of course not. There's no sweet talking your way in there. Be official. You have plenty of reason to enter. Then open the door so I can verify your identity. Oh, come on. There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked. Well, that was easy. That was smart, the lieutenant says, nodding toward the unlocked door. Real estate agents. Satisfied? My name is Mariel Charpentier. Charpentier? Mariel Charpentier. I'm an agent with the Martinet Realty Associates. I'm not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see? She jingles the keys in her hand. Her voice is really cheerful, despite her obviously hating you. Do you want to see my ID as well? Can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too? She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light paper-clad passport. Yeah, inspect the passport. She looks like an insane... like, the look on her face. Feels flimsy in the hand with the words Rochelle Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with the shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details. Just looks like one of those, like, mad clowns or something. Nice haircut. Thank you. She slips the passport back into her purse. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour. So what are you doing here? She sighs and looks around. I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place. I fuck shit up too. Ha! She smiles aggressively. Sounds like you've spent too much time undercover in some rock band. It's not a compliment. Who lives here? It was some kind of moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they make rent. She stops hesitating. But that was months ago. Anyway, is there anything else you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry. So who lives in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway? Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen, but Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door, and there was a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall? Can you believe it? She spreads her hands. And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone, just like that. She snaps her fingers. The sum must have been puny. Oh, it irks her, the incompetence. My money has also disappeared, I think. Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it. Couldn't have been that much money. These apartments look pretty shabby. These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinet has a future. In a few years, it's going to be a blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards. It's as if they're real wizards able to resurrect dead real estate and breathe life into bank accounts. So, what happened to the wall? Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both! She's still shaking her head. Manicured hands now crossed over her chest. Alright, that's all. Thanks. Okay. Investigate that place. Of course, she replies with a smile, but her eyes remain glazed over. She's been waiting for you to leave. Looks like a fine mattress. Let me steal all this shit. +1 to indirect modes of taxation? Indirect modes of taxation. Black monk straps. +1 to composure. Indirect modes of taxation. Don't know what it means by that, but let's find out. Apricot chewing gum wrapper. Apricot chewing gum wrapper. A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon. You feel compelled to point out that there's nothing fruity about cinnamon. It's a spice derived from tree bark. Cinnamon's not a fruit, I tell myself. Can a used wrapper shrug? It seems like that's what the wrapper is doing somehow. This is not about flowers or bark. What is this about? Why are you looking at this wrapper? Why do I even care about this? Good question. There is no answer or a secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper. Yet, you're drawn to it. Drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with the Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please. I'll hang on to it just in case. You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket. Lovingly even, despite of the strange feeling of regret. Ominous. Cool. Alright. Savoir-faire. The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet? Oops, it's a fashion faux pas. Discard the thought and the shoes. You're right, beautiful things do make people happy. Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world. Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing those shoes has made you more liberal. The ultra-liberal. They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into free market ideology. I see.
Give me a moment.
I didn't find any countercultural people in number 10. It was just the real estate agent setting up room for new tenants. I see. She takes out her handkerchief and wipes her nose. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. Lacks women and sexual deviance. That'll come spit. I'm sure everything will be fine. This apartment building needs slow change. Imperceptibly slow. No one is coming. There will be nothing but squalor unless we start killing real estate agents. We won't be killing anyone, and you shouldn't say things like that. You're a police officer. There's been enough killing. I've seen it, she coughs. She's seen it and known those who have been killed. Thanks, I'm off. Should I just keep maxing this out? Sure, why the heck not? So we should be able to go to sleep. At night the streets are emptier. By 2, everyone's asleep. Oh, I might be able to get into this. I can. +1 to suggestion. Signal blue naval code. +1 to suggestion. That's a -1 to suggestion. That's a flat bonus to conceptualization. What's half-life? Half-light. Let the body take control, threaten people. Suggestion, eh? Charm men and women, play the puppet master. Understand creativity, see art in the world. What's it look like? Fun. I'll just keep this on for now. Interact with taxation. So right now, my officer profile is 3 superstar cop, 4 Dasari cop, 18 communist, 3 ultra liberal, 2 moralist, 5 good cop and bad cop. And those are the things that were there before. Right. Still pretty difficult thing to conceptualize. Is this place still open? It is locked. This post-Leventure mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. Closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. Pat the box. It's a weird way to pat it. The box seems happy. Good boy. Good box. Electronic doorbell. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Boxing for young athletes and gym. 24-hour window. Oh, 24-hour window. I could maybe fix the window for that guy. Fabron's Taxi. The rest has been burned off. Slipstream SCA. Fortress Accident SCA. Revachol Ice City. Whirling in Rags. East Delta Pinball. East Delta Pinball. Silence. No one answers your call. What about the main hall? An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell, then a woman picks up the receiver. Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this? Try to impersonate Kuno. Pardon? This is not Kuno. Who is this? Please just stop calling here. I don't have time to deal with this, thank you. A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. Maybe this is a haircut place? You ring the doorbell, no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. Boxing for young athletes and gym? No one answers. It's probably too late for any of this stuff. Emma's fashion. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. Slipstream. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver but isn't saying anything. Hello, is anyone there? Yes, hello, this is Tricentennial Electrics. This is a woman's voice. This is a woman's voice, crackling and fragile through the static. Have you come to place an order? She sounds almost antique, as if her voice is being played off an old wax cylinder. Her receiver must not be working properly. Tricentennial Electrics? I thought it was calling Slipstream SCA. My god. The lieutenant exchanges a look with you. Sorry? It's you. My god, I didn't think I would hear your voice again. Who cares that you don't remember? Just go along with it. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you? Do we know each other? Michael, Michelle. Michelle? Just please. She stops and you can hear her breathe heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. She sounds like she's shaking. I thought you didn't care. What did I do? Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean. A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged. It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget. Forget about what? She sounds like she's about to cry. Hello? She doesn't answer. Are you still there? Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves, washing ashore on the bay. What just happened? Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box. I don't know what happened either. The lieutenant inspects the doorbell. We should probably stop playing with this thing. Alright, it's a goodbye then. Volition challenging. Maybe it was a recorded message on, like, something else. Weird. Fortress accident. No one there. Revachol Ice City? Nothing. Whirling in rags. They don't want to talk to you. Empty card. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet. He takes a step back, inspecting the other names on the list. Alright. What's the new item that I got? So I totally forgot about the guy in the balcony. I just left that building without getting the guy there. So I'm actually going to... Yeah, I gotta get back in there. I got completely sidetracked and forgot about that guy. Shoot. Nope, gotta go this way. So it said it was on the east side. That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words. Inspect the symbol closer. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. It's a pretty cool symbol, to be honest. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure. Why is the star upside down? To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it. What's the deal with the antlers? The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it. Why white? Because white is the color of peace. What does it evoke in me? What? Oh no! I'm almost demoralized. Gone. Gone is the glory. Of hope, only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways. You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one. Gotta build that big communism. Alright, so it should be somewhere on this side that she was talking about. Oh wow. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Get me that can. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Nice. Actually, looking at the time right now, I think I'm going to stop it here because it's almost been an hour, and getting into another conversation or something might take a little bit more time than I want to take. So, yeah, I think now's a good time to stop. So I'm definitely going to check out the soundtrack later. Heard some new tracks here. Still really like it, so yeah, I'm going to check it out. So until next time, have a good one. Take care.